They're going to go for it on fourth. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Watson. Got a man, that's Richie James. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Watson now to throw. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. A give running right is Chubb. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now Gallman. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
There's not much pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. To throw is Wilson. And he's got it. Touchdown. Anthony Schwartz with his his first career NFL touchdown. And the Browns' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. And his throw here is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Watson. He gets it to Cooks. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. To the air yet again. Watson. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And that's complete to Cooks. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Back to throw, Watson. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Watson. And a dump off to White. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll make it a 2nd down. Again, it's Watson. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Myles Garrett just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Here's Watson. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Out of the gun, Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's James. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. 2nd down and 3. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Throw left side, there's Schwartz with it. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Wilson. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. Throwing again here, Wilson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now Wilson on 1st down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jimmy Moreland.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. After the interception, here's Watson. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
I thought that Brandon Cooks took over the #1 role for the Texans after DeAndre Hopkins was shipped to Arizona, and he wound up with a team-leading 81 catches in 2020, his most since 2015.
Watson's throw complete there to Johnson. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now it's Watson. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. A shotgun snap for Watson. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Watson's throw on target to James. Touchdown, Houston. Richie James, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
This is Gallman, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. There's Wilson to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Deshaun Hand in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 1st down, it's Watson. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now as they're down to the 29-yard line. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. On 2nd and very short, Watson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Here's Watson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked by the rookie Greg Newsom. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Well, why do you go out and spend a 1st-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that, the rookie gets his 1st interception.
Exactly right, and you're trying to limit the number of plays an offense runs. You're trying to limit the number of possessions they have. And he was a guy that I targeted coming out of college and rated very highly for his playmaking skills on defense.
And now he has his 1st career interception. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Wilson down around his goal line. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. Here's Gallman. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Eluding the pressure right, and he'll just get rid of it. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert, and I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
He's got his tight end, David Njoku, and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up, because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And we're back now here in Cleveland. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Escaping the pressure right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. The 30. 10. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Lambeau on for the extra point. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They will look to flush the memory of that pick 6 as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the 4th quarter, getting down to the good stuff. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, What have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead is now 21-14. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Flicked off by Jimmy Moreland. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them. It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They try to set up the bubble screen here. It's complete. Touchdown, Texans. Richie James, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Derek Rivers just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. The Browns on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Flush to his right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 34. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. On 1st and 10, Watson. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Watson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. To throw is Watson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. From the gun, here's Watson. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. Brandon Cooks. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really...
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Texans scoop it. They find some open field here. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered, because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 32. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Hey, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened, because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Texans, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory.